Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Great to see you, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dawn.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. It's absolutely impossible to say hello to everybody individually. So welcome to the show. Well, yeah, to the show. I had some little technical difficulties. That's why I'm like 15 minutes late, but I have a new green screen, I got from Steve for Christmas. And yeah, Don and Dave tried to adjust a little bit so I wouldn't light up green as an alien. Yeah. I think half of my head is missing, but I think you're okay. So, is everyone all righty? Are
yes,
you okay?
very
Dave,
good.
Dawn?
Very good, yes.
Yes.
Everybody in chat, all right? I saw you guys were talking about the vaccine. I have yet to get mine. I'm scared. I'm legit scared.
Don't do it.
For reasons unbeknown to everybody, you better get yours done. And that's all I'm saying.
I know, but this new what is it called? Novavax or something? It's
Novavax,
coming
yeah.
out to my doctor in February. And she's like, well, why are you not vaccinated? And I'm like, I'm scared. Yeah, we have 800 cases of people having really, really bad side effects from the vaccines. So, oh my God, I'm already sweating talking about the vaccine. I'm scared. Alrighty, you guys. Do I have to address something? Dave? Dawn? Anything before we start?
No, I would just like to just mention, I'd like everybody to pay close attention to what you're actually about to witness today, because about 8 months ago, a little lady from Germany came across some very vital information in regards to this case, and it came from Nate's CCTV thumbnails that were on his screen when Officer Coonrod was first over at the house. And these thumbnails that were on Nate's screen indicated movement at the actual house at approximately 11:25 p.m. and 11:45 p.m. on Sunday evening, containing headlights. I just want to let everybody know that it was Tanya who discovered all of this. Tanya brought all this to your screens. She did it way before I ever met her. I have witnessed this. We have discussed this many times. I'm just letting you know that Tanya is very smart and very, very intelligent when it comes to researching, and she will not put things
I don't
out
know
there.
everything.
She will not put things out there that are not true. So I just want to let everyone know, if there are people out there saying, "Oh, look what we've got," well, no, that's not the case. This came from TJ, and I just want to let everyone know.
And hi, by the way, I'm working on these t-shirts. KH knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know everything, but I'm just sick of bandwagon hoppers at the moment. So, and discrediting other people. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna remove my ugly face and we'll get
I
right
will do
into
the same.
What are we going to talk about today? We're gonna talk about the synchronized footage of Nate's camera. What we did actually was synchronizing the timestamps, the most important timestamps, according to his router logs and his geotab. And what Don did actually was putting it all together so it fits, and we can tell you second by second what Chris Watts was up to. And after that, thank you, Maria. And after that, you can decide for yourself if he was able to do all this by himself. You can decide for yourself if he was able to carry out bodies in such a short amount of time, and we're talking seconds. If he even had anyone in his truck, we completely leave that open and up to you. Thank you, Katarina. And after that, we're gonna discuss a little bit. All right, Dave, I still see you. Thank you. It's just we had an implosion at our energy service provider, and the internet was down for 2 days. So yeah, I could do nothing basically. All right, I'm gonna share. Do I share my screen with you first? Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the timeline we prepared, and after that, we're gonna watch it together. So let me share this.
Thank you, Annette. I just want to let everybody know quickly when Tanya goes onto full screen, she can't see chat, and I'll try not to interrupt. But please let everyone know the super chats and the memberships won't go unnoticed. But yeah, sadly, Tanya can't see them appear when she's doing a presentation. So thank you, everyone, for your support for Tanya. We sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you. I think you guys cannot see the screen, right?
Correct.
Okay. Same issue as last time. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this.
No problem at all.
One thing I'd like to add, me and Tanya worked separately on the timeline, me on the footage and herself on the geo tab and the wireless router. Everything matched by exactly to the second when we put our work side to side.
Yes. I'm just
And
trying
that
to
is
see.
very important for people to see how it all actually came together and the job that these two have done. It's actually incredible.
Okay, this is not working. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do it a different way.
No problem. And it's great to see so many familiar people here today. Many people who were there last night to watch my live are also here today. We sincerely thank you for all your ongoing support for the Red X family. Thanks, everybody. We are all here, just letting you know. Tanya's just trying to sort out her screen to present this to you. Thank you. Good night, Al. Tanya, please make us some Red X socks.
There are actually skirts coming as well.
Skirts as
For
well.
the ladies.
Excellent. I can just imagine some of the people we're going to have with us in Colorado running around in their Red X shirts.
Absolutely.
It's going to be so cool. We have a team coming with us, might I add, everybody. It's not just us two. We have a team.
Yep.
Okay, so
With
it's
cameraman
going to
and
be
everything.
awesome. Yep, absolutely.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I suck at this stuff.
One screen. Come on, please work.
Please work.
Nope.
Ah! I can't believe it. How else can I do this?
Can you put the actual video into a slide? Just put it on.
Yeah,
put it onto an actual
that's the
slide.
problem. The slides are not working for some reason. I only get, well, I see it, but you guys get a black screen. And I don't know why. Okay, one more time. It's not working. Ah, this is ridiculous. How can I do this? Dave,
Put it
if
into my drive.
it's only 3 slides. If I send it to you, can you put it up on your screen? Maybe it's working.
Yep. Well, I've got 2 screens, so it makes life a bit easier. So just send it to me. I'll download it and I'll throw it up on my screen. Not a problem in the world.
Yes, please.
Okay. We're so sorry about this, everybody.
Yeah, but this happens when you go live, you know. Life is life.
Live is live.
Okay, you should be having them.
Okay. Give me a moment, everyone.
Can you try to reconnect to StreamYard?
Yeah, hold on. Actually, I can. It's probably because I connected some other stuff. I'll be off for 1 second. Be back in 1 second, okay?
Okay, I'm just in the process of sorting these out. Okay. Pictures.
No, it's still not.
All right, new folder. Give me a moment. And I'll put those in.
Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Right,
good.
I'm right here. I'm just in the middle of sorting
I
it out
thought
for
I'm
you.
gone.
No, you're not gone. You're there. Alrighty, so we're sorry about this,
We're
everybody.
gonna get this to work. No worries.
Yep. All right, so just give me a moment. So that, and that.
Hoodies and sweatshirts. Yay.
Into there. Right, so I've got my new folder. And this is the first
Underwear.
slide,
Underwear and socks.
51725.
Sorry?
Is the first slide 51725? It is, isn't it? Chris Watts switches on headlights. 51429. Nate's camera
Yes.
detect.
Mm-hmm.
Flight delay,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And the second one. Okay, the second one's my third one. I have to move it. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I know what I'm doing now. So I'll just go back a page.
You guys gotta understand that Dave is still working with Windows 95.
Yeah, righto.
I'm so sorry, you guys. But
Yeah, whatever you reckon. Okay. All right. Whatever you reckon.
yeah,
All right.
shoot.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here we go. Back to StreamYard. Share my screen.
Yes. I hope it's working.
Bring it up, Tina.
Yay! We have something. That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. So what you actually see on the screen is basically the detailed second by second timeline of Nate's footage, synchronized with data we had provided, such as router logs and phone. What else? Geotap. And yeah, Don basically broke down second by second what Chris Watts did. You got to keep in mind that we have enhanced footage, like 600 times enhanced.
No, 6 times.
6 times, sorry.
600%.
I over-exaggerate again. 6 times enhanced, but I'll be showing you the footage Don put on his channel, actually. So at 5, what does it say? I can't read it.
At 5:14 and 29 seconds.
At 5:14 and 29 seconds.
Nate's camera detects motion and starts recording with a slight delay. At 5:15 a.m., Betty reports Chris Watts' truck lights were on, which is unusual this early. Betty also reports to have seen a smaller grey truck that she'd never seen before around the same time. So we're looking at a smaller grey truck and Chris's truck, both there at the same time.
Make it a bit smaller. You cut it out.
Completely
Just normal
ignored.
size. Just normal size.
Ignored. Okay, right. That's it. That's as low as it goes. All right. So let's remember, this has all been ignored by law enforcement looking for this second grey truck. I just want to let everyone know.
Yes. So Betty actually says in her interview on the porch that she saw, and Betty knows everything, the whole neighborhood, they know exactly what's going on in their neighborhood, in their community. They know when people go to work. They know who's driving what sort of car. They know everything. So Betty reports CW's truck lights were on. This is unusual for him because she's saying, the cop actually says, is this normal? And she says, well, that's very unusual, not at this time. So I've never seen his lights are on of his truck at this time of the day. She also reports that there was a smaller gray truck, and the cop asks, was it the same color? And Betty says, no, it was lighter, a different color. And as we all know, Chris Watts' truck was some sort of brownish gray truck. Many people say it wasn't his truck, but I could not find any evidence to support that. But I
Yes.
did not really look into it in that deep, to be honest. So, Nate's camera detects motion and starts recording. This is why we don't see Chris coming out of his house, right? So at 5:17:25, you're gonna see that in a minute anyway in the video. At 5:17:25, Chris switches on the side lights, that the mirror lights, while sitting in his truck. And I want Don to explain to you guys real quick, because he read the F2025 manual of the Ford, and he can explain best to you how that works with the headlights and all that. Don, if you would please.
Yes, I wanted to be sure that somehow the door were not unlocked by remote, so that I will explain to you a little bit what is happening if his truck would have the doors unlocked by remote, so that you can have to make the difference between what is actually happening and what I will describe. So, to unlock the doors using the remote, the interior light turns on for about, let's say, from 15 to 60 seconds, depending on the setup of the truck. Also, the orange directional lights will flash twice. The side lights or the parking lights turn on. Also, the bed light turns on. The bed of the truck, of course. And another thing, if in 60 seconds the doors are not open, the car locks itself, and all lights go off. For the locking phase, the interior light goes off after 15 to 60 seconds. Again, it is a user setup. The side lights and bed light turn off after a while, and the orange directional lights flash once. So twice for unlocking, once for locking.
Right. So those mirror lights were already on when the female exits the house.
Yes.
So someone or somebody triggered Nate's camera at 5:14, and that was, in my opinion.
Actually, I have a correction to make.
Okay.
We don't know if the beginning of the footage it is an event started from motion detection. When the law enforcement gave us the footage, we had 16 files of 3 minutes and 15 seconds each. In other words, those files come from the server, not from Nate's own CCTV recorder.
Not from the motion.
Correct.
No.
They're from the 24 hours a day recording.
They're from the cloud.
Exactly. What I would like to say again to remind you is that the footage is kept for 7 days. There is 24 hours, 7 days recording, and the footage is kept in the cloud, not as one file, one giant file, because it would not be reliable. It is kept in small pieces of 195 seconds, or 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And the last 15 seconds of each file overlap with the beginning 15 seconds of the
next
file.
frame.
Next
Right.
file. So we don't know exactly if this is a motion detection triggered event, but it is more likely the beginning of the file as is on the cloud.
Right. So we know for sure, that's what we know for sure, that he was definitely already sitting in his truck. And you're going to see that in a minute on the footage. So at 5:17, as I said, he's already sitting in his truck. At 5:17 and 39 seconds, a female exits the house, and we can say it's a female because we let somebody else look at it. And what did he do, Don? The gate, right?
Yes.
He said it's a female.
And also the height.
The height is different to Chris's. The shoes, the size of the foot is different. Yeah.
What I find interesting, just a small detail, the clothes, the clothes are not exactly female clothes. That is why many people could think it is a male, but it is a female that is wearing male clothes, or maybe borrowed clothes.
Yeah.
And let's also remember some of the statements that were made by some of the co-workers saying Chris had baggy clothes on out at Servi. Perhaps Chris didn't have baggy clothes on out at Servi. Perhaps it was all to do with this person walking out of the garage. That's just something to think about and possibly ask yourself a question over.
Right. So what we then see, some 20 seconds later, this female walks in front of the truck, is blocking the headlight, then the left mirror side light, stays there, and then you can see Betty driving out of
Correct?
her driveway. And this is when that female, we believe, is walking down the road or the street to get to her truck. And this actually fits with what Betty has observed, right? A smaller gray truck. So a few seconds later, 7 seconds later, he starts his engine, turns his lights on, and then according to Geotab, he backs into his driveway and comes to a stop at 5:18 and 32 seconds. After that, he enters the house for the first time. And 6 seconds later, he exits the house again for the first time. So what I put on the right is he remained for 6 seconds in the garage or in the house. We don't know. He was loading, and I put that quote unquote because we actually don't know if he was loading anything. There's basically no evidence for it. But if he was loading something, he did so for 21 seconds. Although he did not open the doors of the truck, which you can clearly see in the footage. Then at 5:19 and 26 seconds, he enters the house for the second time, locks his truck doors this time by remote. And we don't know why he would do that, because why would you lock your doors? You know, if you go inside on your driveway, we don't know. So he remains in his house or garage for 12 minutes and 33 seconds, comes out again, out of the house, out of the garage, and is loading, walking around for another 17 seconds. Just to make sure you see that he only takes seconds outside, right? 17 seconds, 21 seconds. Then the third time he enters the house, he's in the garage or in the house for 15 seconds, comes out again and is loading for 43 seconds. Dave, if you go to the next one, please. Then at 5:32 and 54 seconds, he enters the house for the fourth time. House or garage, we don't know. He stays there for 5 minutes and 53 seconds, comes back out, walks in and out all the time with this gas can. And he does so for 1 minute and 8 seconds, you know, going in and out, walking around the truck. So then at 5:39, 5:39:21, he enters briefly for the fifth time and comes out with that gas can. Some 20 seconds later, you know, he's messing around. Do I want to put it on this side of the truck, or do I want to put it on the other side of the truck? So he's going around the truck. Then at 5:39:55, he enters the house for the sixth time, then briefly exits the house and enters right back in. He remains in the house or garage for 1 minute and 17 seconds, comes out, loads for 18 seconds. This time, he opens the driver's side door. So, no, go back, please. So as you can see here, only 2 times he actually opens a door of the truck. So if he had taken out Shanann, and I'm just, you know, telling my opinion, if he had taken out Shanann, don't you guys think that he would take longer to load them up, longer than a minute or longer than 18 seconds? I think he would. I mean, I had this discussion with Dawn half an hour ago, but I'm not a murderer, but I think it would take way longer. The preparation, he was only 12 minutes in the house or garage for the first time. He then was 5 minutes in the house or garage for the second time. And then he does little things running around, loading stuff. For the most he does was for 1 minute and 8 seconds. He only opens the doors twice, and this is the driver's door. I know the F-250 has those suicide doors, so we are not sure if he actually opens the back passenger door on the driver's side as well. You don't see that on the footage, so we figured it's only the driver's side door. Okay, he does so for the second time at 1:51 and 20 seconds. And as you can see here at 5:39 and 23 seconds, when he goes around the truck towards the garage to the other side of the truck, his phone connects for the first time back to his router. So this is why I put getting phone in house, because this is the first time his work phone connects to his router. So either he did not have his personal phone, or his personal phone was in his truck. We don't know. His personal phone does not connect to the router at all this
From
morning.
1:35 a.m. was the last time his personal phone connected to the
1:35 a.m. That's right. Yep. 1:35 a.m. in the morning. His personal phone connects the last time to his home router. Then again, when he comes back home at 2:07. So we don't know where his phone was, right? So this time, 5:39 and 25 seconds, as he was walking around towards the garage, his work phone connects to his router. Okay, put up the next thing. Right. So at 5:41 and 38 seconds, he enters the house for the 8th time. 10 seconds later, his work phone connects again to his home router. Then at 5:43:06, he exits the house for the 8th time. He remained in the house or garage for 1 minute and 28 seconds and was loading stuff for 22 seconds. This time he's also opening the driver's side door. Then at 5:43 and 28 seconds, he enters the house for the 9th time. This is when his work phone connects again to the router. As you can see, it's quite accurate. You know, it only differs 10 seconds, 15 seconds the most. Then at 5:44:07, he exits the house again for the 9th time. So he remained in the garage or house for 39 seconds and was outside loading for 46 seconds. And at 5:44, 30 seconds, he bends down and picks something up, goes straight to the front of the truck because he is blocking his mirror light. As you can see in Dawn's timeline, he does not open any doors. So we really truly don't know what he picks up, especially loading for 46 seconds. Then at 5:44:53, he enters the house for the 10th time. 5:45:05, he exits the house for the 10th time. He remained in the garage or house for 13 seconds and was loading for 59 seconds. Then he goes straight into the truck, turns the headlights on, starts the engine, and stays in his truck with the engine started for 1 minute and 49 seconds, doing nothing, or maybe texting. We don't know, because he said actually that NK texted him all the time on his way. So I'm wondering why she needed proof that he is going to work, right? Like, Kobach asks her, yeah, why did you want to have proof that he was on site? And she says, yeah, I wanted to have proof that he's at work. So if she had texted him all the time, or maybe called him, we don't know because we don't have his actual personal phone logs. Why would she need proof that he was on site if they were communicating anyway? So she knew that he was going to work, right? Just something to think about.
That was the only day when she wanted to know that.
The only day, yeah.
And it's the only day
What
that
he
she didn't
says
call him.
basically is, I want my phone logs because she texted me all the time this morning. Up until when I arrived at site. She texted me all the time, where are all these messages? This is what he is actually asking, right?
Correct.
So what I'm asking is, why would you need proof of him going to work if you already knew he was on the way out there?
Call it a lack of trust.
What?
Call it a lack of trust.
No.
A lack of trust from NK to Chris. No, I think it was to place Chris at Servi.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the only thing, it's the actually only thing that places him at Servi is him taking a photo of the laptop screen. His phone taking a photo of the laptop screen. That's the only thing that actually places him there.
Yeah, his phone.
Correct, his phone. Because his
Yeah.
work phone wasn't there.
I mean, he was at the site. He was at the service site, but
correct. Not
you
at
know, not
319.
necessarily at 319.
Correct.
And you know what we know now, that the whole timeline in the discovery was basically, whether or not it was on purpose, I don't know, but it's really weird. So, and yeah, as you say, this was the only thing that would really place him at 319 at that time in the morning, right?
We have also to ask ourselves where she was at that time when she wanted to know where he is.
Well, circling around the Saratoga.
Well, you
Quite
see,
probably. But the other thing is, we need to let everyone know there has never, ever been confirmation that Nicole Kessinger made it to work that morning.
No.
Okay? All she has ever said is, I clocked out at 3. And they are words out of her mouth. And that is it. Never, ever does she say she was at work. Ever.
Right. So he starts the engine, sits around for 1 minute and 49 seconds. I mean, what do you do in your car or truck for 1 minute and 49 seconds?
Turn on his laptop.
Yeah, maybe. But I personally, if I'm sitting around in my car doing nothing, I text.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is just what you do. All right. Then he drives a few meters, then stops, goes back to the garage door, returns 10 seconds later. He probably closed the garage door. And then he remained another 1 minute and 8 seconds in his truck before he drives off. And I mean, many people say, yeah, well, he drove off and blah, blah, blah. But you got to keep in mind, we don't actually see him driving off. We don't, well, driving off, yes, but we don't actually see him going into the truck, right?
Nope.
We don't know that.
And if he's going back to the garage door, because just inside the garage door, let's remember, there is a, you can actually put the garage door up and down from that point. Now, why is he, if he's putting the garage door down and then leaving from that point, why did he have the room? How did he have the remote with him when he returned at 2:07? If he's closing the garage door manually when he leaves the house.
Right. When did he say he got the alert that the garage door was left open?
It carries on at 5:27. He talks about
Okay, can you go
527 all
back
the time.
and let's see
Yep.
what he did at 5:27?
Yep. Just give me a moment, please.
There you go. What did he do?
Nothing.
5:19.
He was in the house.
He was in the house for 12 minutes
Correct.
and 33 seconds. He probably, oh yeah, he definitely was in the house because the alert was at 5:27, you say,
527. So
Dave?
his garage door was up at 527. We know this.
Oh yeah. But this could also be garage door number 3 or 1, which is the through door between, the garage and the mudroom where Dieter was.
Yes.
So it could be that he received that alert at 5:27 because at 5:27 he was already for 8 minutes in the house.
Correct.
That would mean that his alarm was not set to have a 10-minute delay. Right? Because
Correct.
at 5:19 he walks in. If he had a 10-minute delay for an alert to show up on his phone, he would have gotten this alert at 5:29 and not 5:27. So that proves it right there.
Correct. 100% correct.
In fact, I don't understand why would you want to have a delay of 10 minutes to be alerted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying this because the word was out there that Vivint actually has a 10-minute delay on alerts, which makes absolutely no sense to me. If you have an intruder coming into your house, entering your house, and you get an alert 10 minutes later, you could be dead. So it makes absolutely no sense to me.
None whatsoever.
All right, Don, if you want to explain a little bit, and I'm going to pull up the footage.
What part?
Oops, hold on. Where was it? Ah, Dave.
What?
You took it you took it down.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Here we go. Right.
Okay. Yeah, the gas can. Because we weren't sure if he is actually pouring out a little bit of the gas into the truck bed, right?
It is hard to tell, actually. I mean, to me, it looks like he wanted to find a place for that jerry can, and it didn't fit on the right side, and then he went on the left side. And something else I would like to say is that although it is a jerry can that usually is used for petrol or gasoline, we don't actually say, we can't actually say what liquid was inside.
Right,
Could
that's
be,
true.
maybe
That's true.
it was detergent or bleach or whatever.
That's true. But I think
We
they
can,
mentioned in the discovery that it was half full or something, if I remember right. I think that would be, I think they checked what was in there.
we can tell for sure that he didn't need any kind of gasoline for the truck. Maybe to simulate a leak at Seri, I don't know. It is only a speculation, and you know that I don't like that.
At the statement
So
of the year.
Excuse me a second, please.
I don't know. I prefer to say that I don't know. It is not a shame to say I don't know when you don't have enough proof.
Correct. And this truck ran on LPG gas. I just thought I'd let everybody know it's not a diesel truck. This was an LPG gas truck, I believe, from everything I read.
Anyway, I will be able to answer to your
It's not
questions
gas. Thanks,
at the
David.
end.
Yep.
If you need more, I will be glad. I will explain to you gladly. I know I said in our last 4-hour chat that I will tell you more, and I am expecting your questions at the end.
Yes, at the end, please, because TJ's, we've got to go through this video and with a synchronized timeline at the actual bottom of the screen, second by second, everybody. It's amazing to see the work that's gone into this by both Don and TJ. Don, especially with synchronizing the time, and TJ synchronizing the data and the time. And they came to the same conclusions for everything. So it's incredible work. It is
Yes, that was
incredible work.
amazing. When I said to Don, oh, he locks, his phone locks in, and then Don sent me the file, and he had exactly, almost down to the second, when he enters the house and his phone logs in. That
And
was
Don
absolutely
wasn't
crazy.
looking at the data, everyone. This is the whole, Don wasn't looking at the router logs when he
No.
was
I
putting this
didn't.
together at all.
I did.
TJ was
No,
doing that.
the only thing I had was the discovery document. I didn't have the file with data, with the geotab data.
Correct. Which is a separate file, which is actually not in the actual discovery. It's in the digital discovery. So all you had was the
Thank you,
actual.
Renee.
Thanks, Renee. It's incredible work.
Thank you, Kelly. Kelly searches answers. Yeah, we do too. All right, I remove that. And I have I hope you guys it's working. I hope. Pray. Um Pray. Oops. Is it working?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm happy.
Cool.
All right,
I'm
so
going
this
on
is,
mute.
yeah. This is basically the footage I already uploaded, Don's footage. He has it on his channel as well. What I put in there in between are all the events. So when he's walking in, when he's walking out, when his phone connects, everything. So let's just go through this. And I put all the events like 2 seconds before it's actually happening. So you guys can check the time, exactly the time, and you see his movements. It's incredible.
One note, please, and it is a very important one. This is not the enhanced video footage.
No, I said that already. No.
Okay.
This is not the enhanced one. Thank you, Lynn.
So if you're here expecting to see an enhanced picture of somebody walking out the door, you're on the wrong channel. It's
What
not
do you
happening
mean?
today. We're not showing the enhanced picture.
Of her? No.
No, not at all.
All right, let's roll. And I'm gonna just pause once an event is going to happen. I'll make this big. You guys see that? Yeah. Is it on a big screen? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So at 5:14:29, Nate's camera detects motion and starts recording. As Don said, this is probably the 24/7 footage of the cloud, and it just starts at 5:14:29. This is gonna be a little bit boring for the first 2 minutes, but we all want to know. So let's watch. Neighbor Betty reports that Chris' truck lights were on, which is unusual this early. You can all see the timestamp right here. This is what Dawn did, synchronizing through the data we had.
I would like to say something about not showing you the enhanced footage.
Okay, I paused that real quick.
Yes. You have to understand, it is not that we don't want to show you such an important evidence. To us, it is last proof to see if those that should go for full justice will do their job or not, because they will see who was in that footage, enhanced footage, and if they don't react, then we will know for sure that they are corrupt and don't want any kind of justice to be made in this case. It is for us the last, the ace in the
icing on the cake.
No. Like you have an ace
up your sleeve.
Yes, up your sleeve. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
And as I said, shortly before the event, I put it in. Everybody's concentrating on that little corner to the left.
No,
under the light. Between the light and the tree.
Right.
We've got exactly 2 minutes from now. That person will appear.
I don't want to forward it though, because, we got to see it once.
Yeah, as it happens. Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jinx.
A quick reply for one of Tanya's subscribers who asked me, how come the flag is flapping in the breeze and no event motion is detected? So you have to understand that the software of the CCTV camera has the possibility to react to portions of the screen, so-called interest areas or active areas. You can actually draw on the screen what portions of it are of interest, because you don't want, for instance, to trigger a motion event if cars are passing on the street, or like in our case, the small flag is flapping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
And also, many people are saying he moved his camera around. No, that's not the case. Nate has a rotating camera. So everywhere the camera is detecting motion, it will rotate to this area. That's
Correct.
just a side note. Let's
Just
keep
remember,
going.
everybody,
So
yep, this
we're
isn't
still sitting here
motion.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I can keep talking until the event. The motion, just remember, everybody, this isn't a motion activated event right this moment. This is actually from the cloud 24/7 recording. That's what you're seeing right this second. At 5:18 and 2 seconds is when you start seeing a motion activated event on Nate's TV.
And remember that Nate had access to everything.
Yes.
The
Correct.
entire
For the previous 7 days as well.
Yes. Yes.
And the entire time that Shanann was in North Carolina. He's got all of that too. He had access to it all.
Absolutely.
We're getting close.
So now I gotta pause real quick. So we asked, did you have a remote? He has no remote starter, right? So he has a remote to lock and unlock the truck, but he
Yes.
does not have a remote control
To start
the
the
truck.
engine. Yes.
Right. So he's turning. That's his mirror lights. This is not his headlights.
Not exactly.
I'm gonna zoom in a second, but let's continue. His
15,
interior light
14.
just turned on. Goes near the truck and blocks
See that?
the mirror
Everyone?
light. Betty's coming out, and he starts the engine. It's almost like she's hiding, see?
But she was still standing there by the door. You could see.
Yeah, she's leaving, and he starts backing up. I'm gonna show you that in zoomed in version in a sec. So, turns his headlights off. 32. Now, so as you can see, it's down to the second accurate what he does.
Correct.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back a little bit to just zoom in. And when his mirror lights go on, you see the interior light going on, and he's on his phone. Interior lights going on, it's reddish, and he's in there with his phone. It's moving right here. She comes out. blocking that light right here. Walks past. Betty is leaving. She's still here. Still standing. Goes now. Walks past. You can actually see that person walking past that mirror light. Don has it on his channel. I have it uploaded on my channel as well. So if you want to see that close up on your TV screen or whatever device you're using, just go ahead and then you can pause in and stuff. So he turns his headlights off after the truck stops in the driveway. And now watch at the time, 5:18:32 seconds. Now watch this. 29, 30, 1, 2, off. You see, it's amazing how accurate it is. 5:18:41. He's going into the house. There he is, 41. 47 seconds, exits. At 19:26, he enters the house for the second time. And this is when he stays in the house or garage for 12 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm gonna go back real quick. At 5:19:28, he locks the truck by remote. And then this is when this flash appears.
Yeah, we see the orange. We see the orange reflection of the
orange on the fence of the neighbors.
Yes.
It's just a split second, so watch.
Here we go.
So now he stays in the house for 12 minutes. I can forward it actually a little bit.
I think we should explain a little what happened when the mirror lights went off, then on quickly.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
The woman that exited the house went in front of the truck without obscuring the mirror lights. Let's not forget that the mirror lights are high, almost close to the window of the driver. So she didn't obscure, but while she is going to the driver's side, the driver is starting the engine. That is when the mirror lights are going off then on. That is when the engine starts. There is a relay inside the dashboard that is cutting off all electrical consumers, all the loads,
Right.
for the starter to be able to crank the engine. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And also, when she walks by, right, how can he block his own lights or his mirror light or indicator light or what it is? And at the same time, being in his truck, starting the engine.
Yes.
If that makes sense. You know?
And you went
It's
19 minutes
impossible.
forward instead of 12.
Sorry?
You went 19 minutes forward instead of 12.
Did I? Hold on,
Yes,
no.
you've gone to 5:38. You were at 5:19. You needed to go to
Oh, I gotta go
5:31.
to 5:31. Thank you.
Correct.
I'm
It is
sorry.
too bright outside.
Back to 5:31.
I was way too far.
Start from there. You should be about the right time.
Yeah, and this is where we see here 5:31. Yeah, about here. I can actually upload that version as well for you guys. So, if you want to go back and pause, I only have a 3-second image in there, but some of you want to maybe pause it and, compare the times. So I'm going to be uploading this as well. Goes a bit too quick, in my opinion, but
I've never heard the doors of that truck ever be called suicide doors in my life. Like, as in, I can't believe we're talking about I can't believe we're talking about a true crime case, and it's the first time personally I've ever heard the name suicide doors.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious.
That's what they are called.
Wow.
I don't know why, but yeah. So 5:31:39, he exits the house for the second time. Here he is. Down to the second. 49, he opens the driver door. This is where you see the lights turn on. Interior
Correct.
light and that rear top light here.
Mm-hmm.
So he opens his door. And also, I believe, I don't know if any one of you guys know that, but I believe you have to open the front door, so the driver or passenger side doors, in order to open the back doors. Is that true? With those suicide doors on
Yes,
the
you have to open the driver's
50?
door to open the back door. You actually have to, because you actually got to reach in and unlatch it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's opening. And that's for the first time ever. 56, he enters the house for the third time. There you go, down to the second. $11, he exits the house. Here he is. I think he leaves the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Because the light doesn't go out.
Correct. And in his statement, he's, initially on, he just states that he's just loading stuff for his work truck that he does every Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
There is a
Sorry?
Don just
What
cut
did you
out.
say, Don? So 5:32:54, he enters the house for the fourth time. From this moment follows a long wait, almost 6 minutes. So he is in the house or garage for 6 minutes. Sorry? Don, do you have a bad internet connection?
I think he does.
Okay, we just keep going. You're coming back whenever you can. So 5:32:54, he enters for the fourth time, and we got a 6-minute wait.
So now
Here
we
he
go to
goes.
5:38.
As you can see here, he shuts the door because the
Yes,
lights are off, but he's
correct.
still in the house or garage at
Correct.
this moment. What did you say, Dave? 38?
5:38, yes.
He's still in.
The bedrock light
This'll
has a
do.
delay of 45 seconds.
It stays on for 45 seconds?
After you close the door, yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you. I did not know
Even
that.
better.
So he is 38:47. He exits the house. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we can let this play.
Yep.
I hope this is not too boring for you guys, but
I want to explain something to you, Tanya. There's 450 people watching. It's not boring. It's paused.
Oops, I'm left alone. Yeah, bad wireless for everybody. It happened to me 30 seconds ago. Meanwhile, you can have a look at
sorry.
It's okay. I thought it was me, so I went out.
You went out too?
Yeah, I went out. I thought it was me, so I just went.
No,
And
I was talking and talking, and I'm like, why don't I hear nobody no more?
we are
Okay,
at 5:38 and 11 seconds when you disappeared.
okay, let's go back.
5:38 and
5:38 and
11.
11? Oh my God,
Yes.
we missed a lot. I was
All right.
talking and talking and talking.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, you guys. This is not my day at
That's
all.
okay. And I was about to say that we had 450 people here in live chat. They are not bored, Tanya. That I
Aw,
can
you
assure
guys
you.
are so amazing.
All right.
Do you see that? Dave,
Yes.
if you would
Yes.
yeah, that's so much better. I mean, I like to see your face, but
Liar.
where was I? So 5:38, 47, he exits the house for the fourth time. We're gonna check this. Forward a little bit. So there you go. Yeah, definitely gonna upload this. Here he comes. 47 seconds. 7, here he is. Opens the door.
I think the passenger door got opened as well then.
Yeah, this is what Dawn put. 5:39:21. He enters the house briefly and then exits it right away. This time, he enters the house from the passenger's side, presumably to pick up the red jerry can. So, good eye, Dave. He's going around, see? Goes in. Just briefly, for a few seconds, he's in there. This is when his work phone connects. Puts the gas can on the passenger side. Nah, doesn't fit. Go around.
Thanks, Aussie girl Jen.
I prefer to say that he was using it because he was doing something with it, but we don't know exactly what.
Right. I have a little question. So he puts the gas can on the driver's side of the truck bed. Is that right?
Watch what he does.
Eventually, yes.
Okay. When he gets home and they take the pictures of his truck bed, where was the gas can? On which side?
It was over on the passenger side.
You joking?
I'm pretty sure it was. I think it's over there near where the shovel was. I'm thinking out loud. I'm not making a definite opinion, but that's what I think it is.
I don't remember seeing it.
Yes, I do remember seeing it, but I can't remember which side it was on. Do you guys know which side it was on?
It's not the right-hand side.
So he
It
puts
says
it on the driver's side in the truck bed, left side.
Like,
Pretty
can you
smart.
slow chat a little bit,
Slow
Tanya?
down the chat.
Yeah.
It was on the left?
It was on the left? Okay.
No. He puts it on the left side. When he's coming back home, where is the gas can? Just give me a second and slow the chat.
Thanks, Tanya.
It really goes too quick.
Thanks, everybody, for your help. So it looks like it comes back on the left. Okay. So and poor old I was just looking at chat. Debbie Houlihan. Is anyone else getting anxious watching this because it's so accurate? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
We all are. We all are anxious because it is extremely accurate, and we all want everybody to see it, how accurate it is.
Yeah. But I'm definitely, you guys, if it's going a little bit too quick now, I definitely going to upload this because, if you're a little bit like me, I wanted to look for myself, zoom in, take notes, do whatever, So I'm definitely going to upload this for you. Okay, chat should be slowed down.
Thank
Messages,
you, Tanya.
only
every 20 seconds. Beautiful.
20 seconds, right.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so 5:39:44, CW is using the jerry can from the driver's side, and it's not clear if he pours a small quantity of gas into the truck bed. This is what he does something. Dawn saw on the enhanced footage, but it's not clear if he actually pours something onto the truck bed. Let's continue. He enters the house, 55 seconds.
Did he just put the gas can on the ground?
Let's go
Just
back.
on the other side of the truck? Or am I seeing things?
Let's look at this again. Yes. 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 He did not put it in the truck.
I think he put it on the ground.
Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in. So, gas can right here.
Yep.
No, it's not the gas can, sorry.
He
Oops.
bent down to the left. What did he?
That was a bit too quick. Hold on.
What did he put down to the left?
Gas can. No, he puts it on the floor. He's getting it again. What he does is, as far as I can see, he puts it on the floor and then picks it up again. But then it's not to be seen what he does. Maybe he puts it a little bit further down in the truck bed where, the wall is blocking our view.
Maybe.
If there is something suspicious about what happened that day, it is that he backed up so close to the garage doors.
I think the film the way Nate's camera is, it actually looks like he's very close to the garage doors. I think he's close to it, but he's not inside the actual. I do
No,
not believe his vehicle's inside the actual garage in any way.
no,
No,
it's not.
it isn't. But
It's not because NA, when she arrives, she parks right there as well. So he's basically behind him is the Lexus. So at 55, he's entering the house for the 6th time. And this is when he looks straight at Nate's camera.
I found a photo of his truck when he came home. I don't see any jerry can in the bed truck. In the
It's
bed
on the
of the truck.
left-hand side, according to David Chastity in chat, and it has a little spout on the end of it, as though it's being used to pour something in, according to David Chastity in chat.
Thank you. So 514, 4112, he exits the house. There he is. Opens the driver's door again. Enters the house 38 seconds.
On the passenger side,
And his phone connects. So quiet. I hear my
The
clock
lights
tick.
have just turned off.
Yeah, that's the 40-second thingy.
Delay. But he hasn't locked the truck.
He has not locked it, but he shut the doors.
Correct.
Or door.
Yeah.
$41.12. He exits for the 7th time. Oh, that's we already had.
You already had that one. We're coming up to the 9th time now.
Yeah. So at 5:43:06, he exits for the 8th time.
8th time, sorry. Yeah.
6. Here he is. Opens the driver's door. Enters the house from the passenger side.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
I think he opened the passenger door again instead of the driver's door that time. I think he walked right around the
Phone
truck.
connects when he walks in.
Mm-hmm.
Light turns off.
Let's remember, everybody, it's now daylight.
Yes.
According to the discovery, he's going to bring his wife outside in daylight.
Exits the house 44:07.
Actually, the brightness, it is enhanced by the CCTV
Yes,
camera.
well, it's still approaching daylight.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he left, it was daylight.
Mm-hmm.
He bends down and picks something up.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we can see the shadows of the bush right
Yeah.
down.
Did he pick up the jerry can?
I'm gonna go back to this because I'm not sure. Let's close this up. Like, to me, it looks like that he is going this towards his driver's side door and stops for a split second and goes back. This is how it looks like to me. I don't know how it looks like to you guys. I just play it. Right now, see? I think this is his own shadow, to be honest. Because if you look, I mean, this might be an unpopular opinion, but he's coming basically walking back, right? I don't know, but I'm just not, with those shadows, I just don't see it. Watch closely when he comes back from the driver's side door. See, he's coming back. I don't know
That could
what
be his own shadow.
I think it's his own. We can watch it again, but
the timing of it is impeccable.
It's just it's just my opinion. I don't see it. I just see his own shadow basically crossing when he walks back. I don't even know how to explain that, but I don't see. So keep in mind, he's right here, right? And he's walking a little bit slightly to the right. There he comes.
That's his own shadow.
I'm not sure, man. Honestly, I just don't,
That's
you
what it
know.
looks like.
Okay, one more time and then I'm sick of the shadows.
The timing is just,
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. In my
no.
opinion,
Finn said he could be picking up his cooler. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's.
What irritates me is that he is basically on the driver's side, walks back, and it depends on, because he has a different light. He has three wall lights on the wall, and Don is he's gonna do the 3D thing, and then we'll see for sure what it is.
I've got an image on my phone, that actually it's looking up at the Watts driveway, and there's a shadow of an officer who's standing in front of the door, and the shadow's actually pointing towards the door. As in, why would the shadow be pointing towards the door if the lights are facing outwards, so to speak? But that makes sense. If you have a look at this shadow sometime, you'll actually see that could well be just Chris Watts walking back, and it's from the far side light that's actually reflecting this shadow. And if he's walking on an angle, that would actually explain why it looks like it could well be his own shadow.
Well, he's walking, you can see that he's walking slightly to the right. Mary! It's his shadow. Look at the light source. If he walks away from his truck, his shadow will cast like it does here. Good eye. Mary, I missed you so much. We gotta do a phone call soon. All right, 5:44:34. Okay, at 5:44:53, he enters the house for the 10th time. 53 seconds. Just let me say something. It is also weird when that shadow appears, or if it's his shadow, he doesn't go like you would think. If that was a child or whatever, he would put it in the truck, right? But he's walking straight towards his headlights.
Tanya, you know
Yeah,
the back light that's pointing from his truck bed back to the house?
yeah.
There's your shadow of Chris Watts.
What do you mean?
As he walks past his truck, he's now in front of that light source on the back of his truck, pointing back towards the garage. That shadow could well be his own shadow, but using the truck bed light as the source to throw and cast the shadow.
I don't know, Don, what's your opinion?
Yeah, it is a possibility. It depends how close to the truck was at that moment. Watts.
Thank you, Kelly. I was looking for the right word for that light.
Cab light? Which one?
Cap light. It's called a cap light.
Which one? The one on the back?
Yes.
It's called a truck bed light.
No, not the one in the two you have in the truck bed. It's, you know, when you open the door,
Oh, the
the
door.
little light that shows up right, you know, you can see that little light on top of his cap.
Yeah, the one that's on the back,
Cap light.
pointing backwards.
Yeah.
So it's on top of his truck bed. You can see it right there on the screen under surveillance sync.
Right here.
Right there.
You see
That
my
light.
little...
Yeah,
That's the
truck bed
light I'm
light.
talking. That could be the light that's showing, casting Chris's shadow.
Yeah, but it is only one light in the middle. So depending on how close what was to the truck, indeed there could be a shadow cast of himself, but otherwise, I don't know.
We'll find out as we
Yep.
go along. Okay, 55 seconds. He enters for the 10th time. There he is. 53, sorry. Cap light still on. Exits at 05. Goes around again.
I'll be right back in a minute.
Mm-hmm. At 46:04, he's basically in his truck. There he goes in. Turns his headlights on. Starts the engine. That's according to Geotab. Now he sits in there doing nothing for a minute. I don't get it. Well, I do get it, because I would text, you know, or check emails or whatever. But he's not really in a hurry, is he? What is he doing? Driving out a little bit. .59, he goes back to the garage door. For 10 seconds. And his phone this time does not connect. That means Either he is on the phone with somebody or he has it in his truck. So he stays in there for another good minute, I believe. And at 49:17, he's finally leaving. There he goes.
Tanya, do you have handy the photos of the truck?
Hold on. I would have to look real quick.
I'm referring to the one that is showing the cabin from the back, slightly from the side and to the back.
I think I have it somewhere, but it will take a minute. What, to see the cap light, or?
Yes. I mean, to show it, I have it, but...
If you have it, you can just share your screen.
Okay.
Then I don't have to look around. Yeah, that's what I believe too, Rachel.
Let's remember, Chris Watt's phone did not connect to the Wi-Fi until 9:02 p.m. on Sunday evening after getting home from the party. That's all I'm going to say.
Ah, yeah. There you go.
I'm not sure that the light is so bright, brighter than the lamps on the wall to cast the shadow, as Dave said. And if somebody is staying right next to the side of the truck, the light can't cast shadows on the floor because it is too close to the truck.
Not a problem, but there was this other photo that we just shared with each other. You can see there's a shadow of the officer up against the wall. Well, the doors
Okay,
of the house. So I just want to know how those shadows got there.
Can you put that up on screen?
Yes, yes. Just a second.
Because we also got to keep in mind it was nighttime. Yes, you are my sunshine. That's another possibility, that they did not come back from the party. Oh, we lost Don. Don's gone. He will be back in a second. Yeah, so that was basically the synchronization based on the data we have. And if you just look at what he's actually doing, he's only for 12 minutes in that house and another 6 minutes after that. So what I'm questioning myself is, how is it possible? He's basically loading stuff if he loads anything other than tools, only for seconds. 1 minute and 6 seconds was the most he was loading something. And he was not in a hurry at all, right? So if I would have done what he was doing or not doing, I would be getting out of there. And I wouldn't leave a body on the driveway and go back into the house. This is what you meant, Dave? Yeah.
Yes,
Those are the two other lights.
yes, we can see that there is a shadow cast on the left because there are two light sources to the right as opposed to the one on to the left. But
Yep.
you have to take into considerations also that there is a bright light behind the person that is taking the photograph.
Photo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm looking at the officer, okay, who's at the wall. This is where I'm looking at, right? And then you can see a shadow being cast from his feet. All right,
Yes.
across.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes,
and you can
well,
see, one goes to the right and one goes to the left. You can actually see it. There's like a V. Right? You
Yes.
can actually see how it breaks off and branches off. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Chris was standing over next to his truck, which is exactly in the same spot he was basically standing, and Chris is walking. It would actually could possibly be that shadow of Chris walking towards the door. You could actually have some form of shadow of behind Chris.
Don, can you zoom in so we only basically see the officer, and it's a bit confusing for people, right? At the feet, you see his feet, like, yeah,
You see, it
yes,
goes off to the
yeah.
right.
And also keep in mind the truck standing there. It's also breaking the light source,
Correct.
right?
So it could actually be a reflection from the light onto the truck, which is actually enhancing Chris's shadow to walk and pick something up. I don't believe he went and picked any. I don't think anyone walked towards him. I think it's his own shadow. To be perfectly honest, that's my opinion. That is the way I'm looking at it.
Shall we watch it again? Honestly, I'm not sure. I have the feeling. I mean, at first I thought, well, it could be anything. It could be a child, Dieter, whoever. Dieter was known to um, just walk out. But then a child, I mean, you would lift up your arms or, walking towards your father to be picked up. Then there's no head shadow. The head's not causing any shadow, no proportions of the body, and just nothing, right?
in order to cast his own shadow, there should be a bright source of light behind him. And I don't see which one it is. There is none.
Well, if you look at the footage when Shenank came home, that neighborhood was lit up as a Christmas tree,
It certainly was.
right? So, even neighbors' motion detectors go on with lights. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Um, oh yeah, there's a light source from the. I don't know if that would be enough, but it's definitely bright from the neighbor's house. Hold on, maybe I can share that. Or Dave, if I send it to you, maybe you can share it.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but the intensity of the light is decreasing with the square of the distance.
Yeah, but I still think it's a possibility. I mean, not only because of the lights, I think just in general, it's his chest shadow. The more I look at it, I mean, it's obviously only my opinion, but Dave, I send it to you. Can you put it up on screen? Hello, Dave?
I'm in the process of doing it as we speak, so just give me one moment, please.
Okay.
I think we can ask somebody that lives in the neighborhood to help us.
See that light source?
Okay, but I don't think it is a projector that is lighting his Watt's driveway.
Yes, shadows are manipulated by other light sources. Yeah, I guess, we have to enhance that a little bit better. And
yeah, I just realized that I will have a difficult job to do, because how could I assess the intensity of the light coming from the neighbors?
oops, somebody wasn't here. Christy's saying, I have said it many times, I live in Colorado in a very similar neighborhood, and it's all lit at night with street lights brightly. Yeah, we forgot about the street lights as well. Could be any light source, but also if there was no light source. Probably the porch light, so this is how the door cam picked up her shadow. Yeah, look at her shadow. It's going slightly to the left.
That's the
Yeah, I
front
don't know.
porch light. That's the front porch light, that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is one on
It's
the
facing her.
Yeah.
and the one to her left, too, on the other wall,
Yeah.
on the side wall.
Right. But you see here, it still goes slightly to the left.
Yes, because there are two lamps, one to her left on the wall and slightly above, and one, if I remember correctly, one is right above the front door.
Let's see. I did not want this show to be about shadows, but I'm curious now.
No, it is about light.
No, there's no light above the front door.
What about to the left of the front door? On the wall.
It's to the left there is one, yeah. But
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one Don's talking about. The initial one he's talking about. It's on that wall, that brick wall. up near the front door.
Yes.
That brick wall you're looking at on the screen above her phone, follow that wall to the door, and on that wall up near the front door
Yeah,
is
I
a
have it
light.
right in front of me.
Okay, well
But
that's
that's
the
the
light we're
only
talking.
light source.
Okay,
So when the light's coming from the left, her shadow still is going slightly to the left as she's
that's
walking.
correct. That is correct, and that's where it would cast if it's from the
Yes.
left. But if the shadow is on the right, it's going to look like
The more she's getting closer to the door, the more to her right will be the shadow.
correct.
We need to know
So it could be
exactly.
his own shadow because he has basically 3 light sources
Correct.
in front of him.
Correct.
A, a great conclusion for today is that we need to know exactly the position of the street lights and
I
somehow
don't
to.
think there are any in Saratoga Trails, the new estate. I don't think they'd had any up.
Hmm.
Right, but I do believe I remember seeing lamps when when Jane was on her walk on Tuesday around the neighbourhood. I believe there were some street lights that were actually up and in place. She walked past some poles.
Hmm. Pretty smart. Need to point something out. Take note that you do not see her get out of the car, I believe. She there asked why we don't get to see her step out of the car. Well, the doorbell only picks her up at a certain point.
Yeah, it picks her
You
up
don't
just
see her getting out.
it picks her up about 8 feet past that wall above her head.
Yeah.
It's about eight
Even,
feet from there.
even what is showing to the officers the position where the camera is picking up.
Well, he's actually wrong because in the Netflix documentary, we actually all got to see Shanann walking from further away than we ever do with any other video footage.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see her walking from halfway up the driveway on the Netflix doc compared to any other footage that anyone got.
Right. Well, the doorbell camera picks up right at that edge where that gravel is.
Yes, pretty much where the gravel meets the driveway.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Again, there is a light on the garage door opener. Garage door opener? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, where the
The keypad.
no. When you open the actual garage door, there's an interior light inside the actual garage. Is what
Oh, mm-hmm.
that's another light source.
Yes.
Oh, I think you're right. Pretty smart. They definitely don't want to reveal who's in that car.
Absolutely. Also, what I was wondering is, why is she not helping her with her luggage and stuff?
15 weeks pregnant, and she's carrying that to the door.
Maybe she didn't want to.
But she wasn't feeling well, remember?
Oh, she would have wanted this. And also, um, she arrives when? A few seconds before we see Shanann walking in, right?
Yes.
So I really wonder why Nate's cam did not pick her up.
I should have detected her driving in because Nate points out that the lights go halfway up his, like as soon as a car's coming from halfway up the street, when he's flapping his arms about and he's explaining, my camera picks up lights halfway up the street coming towards him. Well, it should have NA's car pulling up into the driveway and Shanann getting out, no matter what.
Right. isn't there a delay of 30 seconds from detection and recording on Nate's camera? That is a 19-second delay. We found out sometime last year. Yeah, why we don't see the car pulling up? It's probably because Nate's camera has a slight delay. But then on the other hand, why is she only there for like 30 seconds? And we don't see, it takes a little bit. If you get her luggage out, walking, I totally agree. We should have seen this, but then on the other hand, Nate's camera is not the best.
No, there is no such thing as camera delay. The user has the possibility to set a delay in order to be sure that the event is not something random, like a leaf falling or a bird passing by. So in order to assess if the event is a continuous one, there is the possibility to expect to wait for 15 seconds up to 30 seconds to see if that event or that object is moving and it is something like a valid motion detection event. But otherwise, the camera has no delay for whatever. No.
And also, he must have the 24/7 recording. So why is he not showing that?
Because he didn't want to.
Right. Would anything indicate whether seatbelts were used in? Yes. Yes. Geotab would show you that and would give an actual alert. Because they were not allowed to have passengers or use the truck outside of work.
Yes, but let's remember that
Yeah, let's remove this. It's too sad.
At Wisconsin, Watts said that he put the body on the floor.
Say that again, sorry.
Watts said that he put the body of Shannon on the floor of the truck.
Yeah.
In the rear. So by not putting it on the rear seats, there is no sensor to detect that. So there is no sensor on the floor of the truck.
Okay, then he must have put her body on tools, rubber boots, little
we don't know exactly.
boxes.
We don't know what he had in the bed of the truck, and we don't know what he had on the seats.
Yes, we do. It states in the discovery.
No, we know what he had when he came back, but not before when he left in the morning.
Yeah, but I generally don't believe that she would have fit in the on the floorboard.
Not in that truck. Not
no.
a chance.
In the rear, inside in the cabin.
Rear? Not a chance. His truck bed was full of absolute crap all on the floor. It truly was. And they found no evidence, no hair, no nothing of anything of a person who had been on that floor in that truck. None whatsoever.
Who verified that?
It's in the discovery. When they took the trace evidence from the vehicle.
No, I don't think she would have fit with all that stuff. I mean, of course, we don't know what he had, but all these tools and paperwork, and where is he just dumping that in his truck after he got home?
You know, and he told his dad even recently in Wisconsin that he had his two big buckets on the back seat. You know, his two big tubs on the actual back seat of the truck.
This is what he said he packed, and this is what
Yeah.
the forensic guy found on the back seat. And one officer also states that he was looking in the truck but did not open the doors, but observed two large bins in the backseat area.
Again, when he came back.
I found a picture of it's not his truck, but it's that model. I can send it to you, Dave.
Yep.
I mean, there are thousands. Just put in Ford F-250 backseat, and they're all basically the same. Here, I'll send it to you real quick. I don't think she would have fit in there. I don't know. I mean, of course it's possible. Everything is possible, right? But I just don't see it. This is so narrow, especially if you have those suicide doors. I mean, I don't know. I never drove a F-250.
I will soon.
Yeah.
I
send you another one.
I've shared the screen.
Yeah, hold on a sec. I send you another one.
Yeah. We're going to hire red Mustangs and F-250s. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the rear.
It's very small. It's like, really, that is miniature in here.
And he had tools under the
He had
seat.
tools under the seat, on the floor, everything. And they look like they'd been there forever. Not like something that had just been thrown there
he
that
could have,
day.
I don't want to sound horrible. He could have squeezed her in somehow. But this takes longer than 40 seconds and 20 seconds and 1 minute. And we don't see him actually opening the passenger side doors to pull her through. So how is that going to work? Can you put up that other picture?
Yeah, I'm bringing it over now.
Oh, thank you.
Oops. Right. There you go. Not a chance. He's not laying her down on the floor.
I don't know. Obviously, everything is possible, but yeah.
It's too narrow.
I just think that, and this is just my personal opinion, based on the timeline of Don's timeline, in this amount of time, it's just not, I mean, like I said, I'm no murderer, I never tried something like this, but I don't know if it would be possible. don't know. Let me try if I can share my screen now. No. Can you bring that timeline up again, Dave, please?
Mm-hmm. Just one moment.
Yeah, the Super Sunshine Zoo, the back seats fold up. But then where were the kids and the two large bins?
Also, the driver's seats and the passenger seats can slide forward.
Yes, they do slide forward.
They do. So you've got a guy that's 5'11" is going to put the driver's seat forward and drive for an hour, scrunched up. But if someone smaller was driving the truck, it's possible.
That's true. So when he was in there in the house or garage for 12 minutes, 33 seconds, he comes out, stays out there loading for 17 seconds and goes back in.
And we know that he wasn't,
For another 15 seconds. So if you just look at that time, would he have had stored the body or the bodies on the driveway?
he is not going to lay a body on the driveway. I'm sorry. I mean, I know he's a dumb criminal, but he's not that dumb. Really.
Why store them on the driveway?
Because I just don't see that he could put Shanann into the truck in either 21 seconds, 17 seconds, or 43 seconds.
And the bed and the back bed,
And then you're approaching daylight.
and the rear hub, sorry, the rear shocks, the truck doesn't move. If you're putting a 150-pound dead weight woman into that truck bed is going to bounce. And it doesn't move.
Do you know exactly how stiff are the rear shocks of the F-250?
Pardon? Say that again?
Do you know for sure how stiff are the rear shocks of the F-250?
I don't. I honestly don't. But
You
there
know,
would have
you know,
been movement, Don.
it can carry quite a heavy load. So just putting a woman and not dumping, not throwing her from 10 meters above, just sliding in her from the side. That
But when did he have the time to do it? Because look, if we look at this,
in
look at that
43 seconds.
right at this in 43 seconds.
Yes.
But you also have this is the time here when he's bending over and he's walking backwards and he's doing all of that stuff is here. He walks backwards in this time zone here.
I don't know for sure because
Well, it's after he bends down. It's before he bends down and picks up something.
Let me check my timeline because this one was cut.
It's this timeline here, like when daylight's well and truly approaching. So we're looking at between 5:43 and 5:46. Okay, when it could have happened, but he's only got 22-second period, a 46-second period, and 59 seconds, but it was 5:46 by then because he was going in and out of the truck before he left. So it's only in that little 5:43 section to 5:44 where it all could have happened. When people think he's picking up Bella and putting her in the truck. It's the same time. They supposedly loaded Shanann in 22 seconds.
I don't believe that's possible.
In 22 seconds, no.
22 seconds. Well, that's the Shanann loading. 5:43. That's it. That's the time right there. That's when he walked backwards.
They did a trial in the Scott Peterson case. I'm trying to find it. And it took 2 people to lift and move Lacey's. So they basically did a reenactment. And it took 2 people, but I can't find that video anymore. Well, I'll see if I find it next time. But yeah, I just don't see this as happening like in that short amount of time. Yes, those back seats fold
They
up.
do, but Chris had his totes in the back. Those big tubs were in the back of that truck.
When he left in the morning?
Yes,
How do you know?
because he told us.
Yes, I did say adrenaline, but not when he loaded the truck. I said on site. And as you can see on the footage, he was not in a hurry at all. Like, of course, you're full of, pumped up if you just kill your family. I would think so.
There you go,
But this guy was
Frognado.
not in a hurry.
Look at Frognado's comment.
What?
Frognado comment. I've had to move thousands of bodies. It takes 2 people at least. There you go. And Chris apparently dragged Shanann down the stairs. If he could move her so easily, why didn't he carry her down the stairs?
Yeah, and she had no drag marks either.
Correct.
So I think she never even was upstairs in the bedroom.
Correct.
Suzanne, if there was no weight recorded on the back seat, then the bins had to be when he returned. No, because geotab works on behavior.
Correct.
That means if if he loads up his truck, let's say such and such kilograms or pounds or whatever, and then he would put additional load in it, then it would give an alert, because geotab is a behavioral system. So it records your behavior over a certain amount of days. So they can see what's actually for that driver in the fleet is unusual and usual behavior. And this is how they prevent accidents or private use of trucks. Then they see if, seat belts were worn, stuff like that.
Here's a good question for you, up a little bit higher in chat, Tanya. All right, Suzanne Dixon. Okay, question. You're all in agreement that no one went in the truck and everybody went out the back. What's this all about now? The timeline of events of what occurred that morning is what's happening, Suzanne.
Yeah.
That's what we're showing. The conversation has led us to where we are now. This is not what the live's about. The live is about the full-on synchronized timeline of events from that day with Nate's camera. That's
That
what we're
45
discussing.
minutes.
Correct. That is what we're discussing. And everything surrounding it. We're definitely not in argument that we all believe firmly, but some of us here are playing devil's advocates. Okay, so we're all in agreement. Nobody went out there in that truck, apart from the driver, whoever that was.
No one went. Yeah, this is what I believe too, but so many possibilities. Yeah, we can speculate. The thing is, if the dogs did not detect any dead bodies or whatever in the house, and people are saying, oh, he cleaned, but if he took her out through the garage, why didn't the dog detect anything in the garage? Did he
Correct.
bleach that floor? I don't think
so. He bleached the lounge room floor, the first lounge room area that you walk into. That had been bleached, but the dog would have definitely detected the smell
We don't
of
even
death.
know if he bleached it.
Well, we don't. They said they smell bleach. That's all.
You all concluded they all went out the back, did you not? That the dogs didn't alert. Have I wasted a year on this case waiting for proof as you debunk yourselves? What does it even mean?
I just think Suzanne needs to have a bit of a sleep. Anyway, no one's begging you to watch, Suzanne. Sorry about that.
It's not that we're saying it happened like this and they went out the back. We don't know, right? What we know, though, well, what we think we know is that she was definitely not in that truck. Well, this is what I believe.
Yeah.
Personally, if there were 100% sure people died in the house, I suspect they would have closed the crime scene on Wednesday, and then defense had no markers where touch DNA had been taken. I don't even know if they had many markers, to be honest.
28.
28?
28 markers in the house. That's all they had.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been 400.
And crime scene tape everywhere.
Yep. And there should have been a crime scene perimeter put up out the front of the house. There wasn't.
The children and Dieter were there. It's on the footage. Why are we still... I mean, I don't see children nor Dieter on any footage. Thank
Oh,
you,
she's still
Catherine.
up.
What?
Ocean's daughter. Dave's mad memory skills. Had it again. Me and my numbers.
This is a question for you, Dave. Your best friend, NK.
Yes, we are all in agreement. But we're not saying publicly right here on Tanya's channel that female who walks out was NK.
No.
All right, we're saying that's a female who walks out of the house, but we are all in 1000% agreement that NK was there because we know she was there. And that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
We actually know it for a fact she was there.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be friends anymore?
Because Angelica likes to cause a little bit of trouble in my chats. So anyway, we're on your
Oh,
channel now,
okay.
so I'm not worried about it. So doesn't matter.
Dave's numbers are like the Rain Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't know. I'm not an expert on murdering my family, so I don't know if it's doable in
You're
59
learning.
seconds, 46 seconds, 22 seconds. I don't know.
We're learning how
Also,
to do it.
what?
We're learning how to do it. To become experts at it. Not that it's going to happen. I think she's there.
I don't know what footage you have, but I don't see actual children or Dita physically, you know?
I have attentioned all the mods for something like this.
What did you do?
I have told them to be careful who is coming in the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
The mods have
we
been
have a
great.
discussion, that's fine.
The mods have been
But
great.
I cannot claim I see something if I don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't see children walking around in that footage. Absolutely not.
But I was expecting this kind of questions.
Yeah, he's expecting people to come in and try and stir the pot, is what he's saying. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. So
it is not like we disagree. It is that we are trying to understand if in a certain amount of time it could have been possible something. We agree that let's say the children were not in the house at that in the morning. We also agree that Shannon at that time was dead. But what happened exactly in the house without having the vivid logs, it is impossible to say. Nobody can say that.
The only vivid log we have is and only, not that we've seen it, but only because he says so, is the 520, what was it, Dave?
527, and
Okay.
Tammy Lee mentions 426 with the basement door, and Nicole Kessinger mentions 910 in her letter to law enforcement, and with the garage door again. And Nicole and Chris mentions a 1242 Vivint alert on the garage door again. After Nicole Atkinson had been there, arrived at 12:10 trying to get in the front door. And then we have video of Nicole Atkinson, well, Nicole Atkinson's vehicle leaving at 12:47.
I have seen a video of a female passing a child to a male. So are we saying that's a fake video? What?
Oh my goodness, here we go. Yeah,
This
okay,
is
Samantha. Maybe it was in somebody's movie or something, because it's not in this case.
I've never seen a video like this. But we learn as we go, aren't we?
putting it polite, yes, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's as expected.
You've seen that video. It was a tree branch in the way. Yeah. I don't think
No,
we have any trash in here. No. But yeah. I'm just answering a question. Definitely saw it. Okay, I have not seen it. I have not seen this video.
what movie is this?
Exactly.
I would love to see it though. I would love to see it. You were joking. No, I have not seen it, but I would really like to see it. If you can direct me with a link.
I can make a difference between the usual subscribers of Tanya, that in my opinion are smart subscribers. They understand very fast by giving them a few hints, and then can connect the dots. But somebody who is aggressive, asking why we're not serving on a silver platter the entire truth without any need for thinking, that is, you find the word, Dave, because I can say something bad.
Yeah, okay. So basically, what Don's trying to say is we here on Tanya's channel recognize our subscribers, and they are very, very smart. When some people come in here and they come at us with a direct, nasty, integrity question, is when we get our backs up, and those people are not welcome here because
No,
everybody
Samantha.
knows.
No. They're not talking about you.
No, not you, Samantha. Not you. This was before you entered chat, sweetie. I timed out the person who was having a go at us. Okay, so the thing is, we are
He's
here
talking
today.
about people that were never here on my live streams or in my chat.
Correct. Okay, and they just appear all of a sudden today. That's what I'm
Yes,
talking about.
something that
All
we
right.
expected. Yes.
Yeah, something that we did expect. Okay, to try and throw the chat. Well, the thing is, when Tanya does a presentation, she doesn't see the chat. So guess what? When you all come in here with your nasty little smarty comments, they get ignored because Tanya misses the chat. So they've all turned up right now because we're about to end the stream. So you can all go back into your little hidey holes, back protect an NK, and we'll keep going with the show. Thank you.
There are other creators that are planning to do similar live streams on the same topic, and
Oh yeah.
they wanted to start by seeding some dissent between us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, several. I mean, once I noticed that in the past couple of months, I would say, um, that every time Dave or I put something up, you can, it's basically like works like clockwork, right? A day later or something,
Oh
somebody
yeah.
else picking up on the same topic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. But yeah, everybody is free to discuss, but it comes to the extent that it is noticeable what is going on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm trying not to get angry.
But it's difficult not to.
And
Absolutely.
that
Especially if certain people are trying to debunk you, right? And debunk your work and badmouth you, and then have the same freaking topic on their live streams.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, huh? So then I'm thinking, oh, you must have done something right, right?
Correct.
So this is stuff what I don't understand.
that person was upset because she said that she wasted a year. There are people that are wasting people's time for 3 years without any palpable result, and they are doing very well because
Yep.
they are very good at manipulating people, uh, using people, and trying to look like they are the smartest on the planet. So no,
Mhm.
we prefer having a smaller group of subscribers, but they ask smart questions, and to us it is very valuable.
Absolutely. No, it's not about Super Sunshine. So it's not about who is better or who comes, who doesn't come close to us. It's about what I find sad is, if you have something that would benefit somebody else, then it's always creators should work together. If they are for justice, they should work together, right? But if the other person has something to share, then it's all me. It's mine. I found it first. I did this first. I
Oh,
got that first,
oh my
But
goodness.
if you have
Yes.
something, then they begging like we should work together. And this is what I
Begging, everyone. Begging, might I add. Okay? So, yeah. And because I turned around and said, no, I'm quite happy with my little team I've got, then they go off and try to debunk you with the same information they said was incredible. That's why they wanted to work with us.
yeah,
So yeah,
Okay.
it's so what we do here and on my channel, we move forward. We don't worry
absolutely.
about what they're doing or try to debunk them. We just keep doing what we're doing, then they can work off the back of us as much as they want because that's what they're doing and that's all they know how to do now because they have no content. We will just keep doing what we're doing and we will not stop until we get justice for this family.
Exactly. Even though, we learn as we go along and we also make mistakes. We're not perfect, you know, but this is how it is. And if you look at a case in depth, and if you investigate for yourself in your free time, right, you come across things that you oversaw. This is why I put all these interviews back up, and Dave's putting all these interviews back up, because it's just refreshing your mind.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't think that anyone is expecting us to solve this case.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
given the quantity and the quality of information that we have available, I think we squeezed everything that we could.
Yeah.
But if it is something sad in this case, it is its outcome. I don't see the American justice getting better. And to me, this is the most emblematic case that shows the American justice is a joke. And without the citizens of America doing something, this will go on even worse.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even want to know how many people are actually, in prison. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are criminals in there. They deserve to rot. But if you look at a case and its flaws, like, you really ask yourself, man, if something's if so much is wrong with this case, what's wrong with the other cases?
Yeah.
It's
Like your
crazy.
little pet case that you really like, Andrea Knable. I think that's the name, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you guys,
You
I'm gonna
know.
put up Andrea Knable. I don't know if you guys know her. She was basically an advocate for and searching for missing people in where she's living in where she's from. I think it's Kentucky. And she ended up being missing herself since 2019. Very, very sad case. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up on that case soon, very soon, because I see what we can do as a team, to find her. There's also phone stuff and right up our alley. But yeah, this very, very sad case. Very sad.
Very sad. And yeah, I'm so sorry about that no Finn. Yes, Dave, 2 days ago, you treated us to the NK interview again. Ugh. And we
Oh
learned
my
more.
God.
That's very true. That's
I
what
said I'm
happens,
gonna
everyone.
rewatch, but I skipped.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
can't do it anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. It's hard. She's hard to listen to. Don't get me wrong. I mean, she's very, very hard to listen to. I really
Yeah.
struggle listening to her. But she came out with something the other night, and I'm like, oh, so she worked with the army, did she? She volunteered with the army. Isn't that interesting? I never knew that. She
Yeah, I told you
volunteered with.
that she was also working for veterans with mental issues.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very true, pretty smart. Some people never heard it, and this is why we're doing it.
Hmm.
We might have heard it like 10 million times, but
Yep.
it's the same when you read through the discovery. You always find something else.
Well, the article that I read out last night, I read out this part of the discovery last night where it explains about two adolescent females that were removed from the tanks. Okay. But further down, if you go to the next page and then the next page, it said what the search warrant was looking for because they had probable cause and there was evidence to suggest that they are now, that they want this particular evidence from serving 319 and they wanted blood. Like they had a warrant for the blood that was on the property, as in there was blood, there was saliva. and there were other little things that were actually there that day. So where's the crime scene, Mr. Rook? If there was blood at Survey, that's the question I have.
What? Hang on. There was blood at
No,
Survey.
Yes.
they hoped to find.
No. They hope to find that further down. It's not how the warrant was worded, Don. It is not how it was worded.
Can you put I'm sorry, but can you pull that up for me?
All right. Yep, just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Where did I put it?
Oh, thank you, Josie. Such a
Um,
nice thing to say.
documents. Crystal Watts' original discovery.
See you later, Lisa.
Yeah.
303
For me,
megs.
I actually like that. Sorry?
It is sad to see that people outside the United States have more interest in this kind of cases. And we are struggling more than the American citizens. I know there are also concerned citizens that want to change something, but sadly there is no critical mass to let's say change something in depth.
Yeah.
And I don't see any unity between people in the United States.
Okay. The state of Colorado, okay, county of Weld, this is a search warrant and it's actually dated by Detective Baumhover. It's dated on the 15th of August 2018, everybody. And the place to be searched is Survey 319 with its actual coordinates. All right? It's only 3 miles from the town of Roggan.
Hold on. Let me do a screenshot of this. I want to look up the coordinates, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Righto. Now, this is what it states. There is probable cause to believe that now located on the property to be searched is certain evidence to wit. So, Shanann's there, Bella's there, and Celeste's there. Clothing of the descendants, footprints, tools, bloodstains, saliva, tissue, and any other material that may contain DNA. And now further down, and then items with blood or DNA evidence, photographs, videos, recordings, and measurements. Now it's saying the possibility of any trace evidence, including but not limited to, right? But it's up here. They know that there is blood, Don.
No,
It's how they worded it.
this is standard phrasing.
There is probable cause to believe that now, located on the property to be searched is certain evidence, right? Including Shanann, Bella, Cece, clothing, footprints, tools, and bloodstains, saliva, tissue, and any other material that may contain DNA.
Yes, they are writing the same paragraphs in every murder, but they are changing the names. That is all. That is how superficial they are.
I don't understand that.
And when
So
you say
the way
that,
I read that, Don, is they actually have probable cause because they have found blood out there as well.
I don't think they even cared too much about.
Don't worry, because we get further down here. Don't knock yourselves out with this one, everyone. Where is it? Oh, it's up the top. Sorry. It gets even better because when I finished this report last night, On the west oil tank was drained and the manway cover was removed. Troopers entered the tank at approximately 17:55. Ready to bring out the second adolescent female, might I add. Right.
Oh my
The scene
God.
was released and I cleared it approximately at 18:50. Nothing further. So the scene was cleared 55 minutes after the second body was removed. Scene closed. 55 minutes after Bella was taken out from her tank. The second
Wow.
adolescent female that was right. And apparently troopers just walked in through the manhole and just grabbed her. You know, like you wouldn't be able to breathe. Yes, they put on hazmat stuff, but apparently like it was an explosion waiting to happen. What they
I
did.
don't putting back that manway cover, it doesn't take only 55 minutes.
That's not what Don, it says the scene was released. The whole scene was released 55 minutes later, Don.
Yeah, superficial work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they were out there earlier, even before Mr. Servi gave his consent to search.
Correct.
Right? So they gathered everything they could before 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
With or without permission, doesn't matter.
Correct. Correct.
It was late and they had to be home for supper.
Yeah, right. That's why they
Yes.
released the house when Shanann's body wasn't even recovered.
Yeah. They released the house at midnight on Wednesday night, and at 12:05, they exhumed Shanann's body from the clandestine grave.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
At least they are consistent. I mean, they are superficial all the way.
Yeah, it's bad all the way through. That's what you're trying to tell me. Is that right?
Yeah. Trying to make sense out of all this.
That is what they put on the plaque. We are consistent.
We are.
Yeah.
You got your green screen on. You turned off
My
your.
green screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to put up the actual background. All right, you guys, we drifted
See, look,
away.
I got one too.
Oh, green is nice. The color of hope.
The color of
We
hope.
drifted away a little bit, but I quite enjoy that. You know, when we talk about a certain topic and then get into the discussion so deeply that it takes us all over the place. I like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For some, it might be boring, but I quite enjoy it. So much stuff comes out of it if you discuss, different aspects of the case. So, yeah, I might be doing the next part of the discovery read through and discussion tomorrow or on Monday. But I'm going to let you know I got to clean the house tomorrow.
No, not again.
When I get ready.
Not
What?
again.
Not again.
It's a 10-hour job every time you go to do it.
No. Last time I had my birthday party.
Oh, okay.
But nothing happened, really. All right. Yeah, brainstorming it is.
That's what we do. We brainstorm and we do it live. There are things we don't agree on. Seriously, because this is what we're like. Away from here as well, everyone.
And I like what comes from from you guys as subscribers and members, all the tips and hints, and have you seen this, or have you heard that, or did you look into this and that? It's really good. It's
but
really
please
good.
don't send me pictures of pixelated things where people say, "Oh, can you see this?" in here,
Oh,
and you're looking at a blob of you don't know what. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry.
look at
It's
this piece of plastic.
exactly. I just can't. I can't
What
do it.
piece of plastic?
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Right. No, you guys are very smart, and I'm so happy to have you all here. Yeah,
Yep.
together we can really do this. I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like on the way out. Pretty smart. All right, you
Yeah.
guys, have a fabulous rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Maybe we see
Yep.
each other tomorrow or on Monday.
I'll
Definitely
be back at work.
one of those 2 days. I'm off on Monday.
Oh, there you go. Lucky for some.
I need a break from cleaning on Monday. All right. So thank you, everybody, for discussing this with us. It might have been boring the past 1 hour, but it wasn't boring for me.
Or
Certainly
me.
not. And very good discussion. All right.
I'll hang around right here for a sec.
Yes, please stay for a second. I wish you all a good night or a good day, depending on where you are in the world. Hope everybody stays healthy, and please stay out of trouble. Don't get angry at anyone. I have to tell that myself every 5 minutes. All right. All right. Have a great weekend. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
See
you
ya.
so much for tuning
Bye.
in. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.